There are many anime in the world. Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha, Naruto, One Piece, but few anime out there, and those will just name a few, have as many characters, not excluding villains or anything, but overall, no anime really steps up to the character limit like Dragon Ball Z does. In one of the games, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 alone had 160, if I'm not mistaken. And there was room for at least 20 more. So there are a wide variety of characters to love and hate in Dragon Ball Z. And today I'm going to give you the top 10 best Dragon Ball Z heroes. Now there will be a best villains, worst heroes, and worst villains to come. But without further ado, here's number 10. Yes, this isn't a joke. I shit you not, Hercule is my 10th favorite character. Now hear me out before you go ahead and turn off the video, dislike it, and go tell everyone I'm a fucking dumbass and don't know what I'm doing. I assure you, I know my Dragon Ball Z very well. The reason I chose Hercule as number 10 over characters who just missed the cut, such as Tien, Master Roshi, Nam, those type of characters, is because Hercule, while he may have been a fucking retard, he stole Gohan's credit when he defeated Cell. You gotta look. He gave us Videl by going and doing his wife and giving us Videl, and Videl is amazing, and I love Videl, and Videl just missed the cut too. But he gave us Videl. He gave us a real like one of the first comedy characters aside from King Kai in Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball, it had the great adventure, the great story, the great characters, and comedy. Dragon Ball Z sort of strayed away from the comedy, which is one fault I see in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be more serious, supposed to be about Goku's origin story, about being a Saiyan, but Hercule brought some of that comedy back. It seems every time he came on the screen, I was like, God, will this faggot just go away? But deep down, I was like, Hercule is pretty damn funny. And without him, Vegeta would have died again against Boo. First of all, without him, they wouldn't have beat Boo at all, because they wouldn't have been able to gather enough energy to defeat Boo with the Spirit Bomb, because the people of Earth did not listen to him, did not listen to Goku and Vegeta. So Hercule is a very good comedy character. He's not he's not like Vegeta. I'm gonna respect him every day of the week, but he is, in all honesty, he's not a bad character, and he honestly gets a bad rap. So Hercule is my number 10. Number 9 is, yes, the father of Goku, Bardock. Bardock is one of the few characters I think in Dragon Ball Z who I have never heard any hate bestowed upon him. Bardock is one of those characters, such as the next character on my list, who is just widely respected by the Dragon Ball Z community and anime community, if you've ever seen it, because of first of all, he's Goku's father, and he's just a straight up badass. He's like what Goku would have been if Goku had never hit his head on the rock. I think he is just some straight badass cutthroat dude who just tries to get the job done. And he ultimately gets killed by Frieza, and the story goes, when the death ball hit him, or that supernova that Frieza shot at him, he got sent back in time to the ancient races of the Saiyans, when the Saiyans first started out, and Bardock in legend became the first Super Saiyan. And that is a big reason why I put him on this list, is because he went Super Saiyan, because we got more backstory to Bardock, because I feel as if there should have been a moment where Bardock came and met Goku, or Goku met Bardock or something in the other world, even though Bardock would have obviously been in hell because he really never did anything good, other than try and stop Frieza, but one good deed doesn't make up for a million, like Majin Vegeta. Like, that's a completely other video. But Bardock, not only did Sonny Strait, his voice actor, just do an amazing job with him. I love his voice. He is just awesome. He's just a badass character. All his ultimates in the games are awesome, and the fact that he just went Super Saiyan is amazing. So that is why Bardock is my number 9. And number 8 is Future Gohan. Now this is where we start to get to the real good stuff. Future Gohan is the perfect example of what Gohan should have grown up to be. After taking the training from his father, he should have grown up to not go to high school, not be some tool, not be some disgrace to the Saiyans. How much I loathe adult Gohan is just ridiculous, and that is another video that will come on why adult Gohan is overrated and garbage. But future Gohan is the best Gohan, because he grew up, his father dying from the heart virus, and it's impossible to bring Goku back because he died of a natural cause. The androids come, kill everyone he knows and loves, aside... No, they even kill Krillin in the future. I was thinking of the present for some reason. They didn't fight him. They killed Tien, they killed Yamcha, they killed his master, best friend, Piccolo. They killed Krillin. They terrorized the entire world. The only one that they didn't get to was Baby Trunks. Probably because he was a baby and they didn't care. The androids. So, instead of whining like a little baby and being garbage like he does in our time, Gohan fights and he's trains and he goes Super Saiyan and he fights these two maniac monsters that Dr. Zoro's created that is terrorizing the earth. And he had he not got double teamed, he would have never died. Had he never been double teamed, he would have never died. Gohan could beat them one-on-one. I know he could. Future Gohan was just way too damn good. He got way too many Zenkai boosts to not be able to beat them one-on-one. And Gohan was a spitting image of Goku. Not in the sense that, you know, he's a happy-go-lucky person, but future Gohan's personality was that of Goku when he first went Super Saiyan. You know, he had to get shit done. No more games. Like when Goku first went Super Saiyan, it was the first time we really ever seen him get mad at Gohan. He looked straight at Gohan and started yelling at him to leave. He was mad. He wanted to fight Frieza. Future Gohan was like that in the future all the time, and that was amazing. For people who say that Goku is way too nice and way too cliche of a character, then they need to go watch Future Gohan, because that is Goku Super Saiyan for the first time incarnate. And that's why he is my number 8. And number 7 is... Yeah, I put Krillin over Bardock, Gohan, and I know everyone's going to be mad at me for putting Hercule on this list. I'm not even going to mention him. But everyone's going to be mad at me over putting Bardock and Gohan below Krillin. Here's why I say that. Future Gohan is the Gohan that I truly do love. I like Teen Gohan to a certain extent. I don't like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. I don't like Adult Gohan. Ultimate Gohan is overrated, garbage trash. Kid Gohan's alright, but he's not top 10 worthy. To me, at least. Krillin, though, from day one in Dragon Ball, when we first saw him, he was just this cocky little kid. He wanted to win the tournament, wanted to prove to his temple that he was not worthless and he was not a failure. So he went to go train with Master Roshi. He met up with Goku, who later became his best friend. And they fought in the World Martial Arts Tournament, and Goku beat him. But it was an amazing fight. And I think from that moment on, that's when they truly became best friends. When Goku beat him in that tournament, and Krillin was like, yeah, Goku's the man. That's why every time they were in trouble, Krillin crawled out for Goku, because that was his best friend, and he knew he could always rely on him. And regardless of what people say, yeah, Krillin gets a lot of shit, and that's because Toriyama fucked over the humans. There should have been a superhuman form to where they would have stayed relevant, but I'm going to get to that in another video. Regardless of who he was going up against, whether it was Nappa and Vegeta, Dodoria and Zarbon, Frieza, Cell, the androids, Boo, no matter how weak he was, and no matter how weak he knew he was, he always tried to help his friends and his family and the people he loved. For example, the best example of this is when Super Boo was up on the Kami's lookout, and he was about to kill everyone, and he looked at 18. Even though 18 was stronger than him, he said, you and Marin get out of here, I'm going to attack Boo head on, because that's how much he cared about his family and how much he loved him. He knew he had no chance of winning, but he went and fought anyway. Krillin has some of my highest respect in the entire series just for that. Krillin gets way too bad of a rap, and that's why he's number 7. Number 7 is Pan. How could I keep her off this list? She was a huge focal point in GT when it should have been Oob. But like I've been saying before, that's another topic for another video. His fucking garbage ass. Oh my god. Back to Pan. Pan went all over the universe with her friend Trunks and her grandpa Goku to find the Dragon Balls that, after Pilaf made the wish to make Goku a kid again on accident, the Black Star Dragon Balls scattered across the universe, and they went on this journey together. GT gets such a bad rap. I don't understand why. GT rivals Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Just make it past the first 20 episodes. I know that sounds like a lot, but once you start seeing Legic and General Rildo, and when General Rildo goes Meta Rildo, and when Baby first shows up, it's done. It's over. GT is uphill from that. There's not a down moment in GT after Baby shows up. Baby, oh, GT is amazing. But back to Pan. Pan is just this sweet, innocent little girl, and she is just an amazing character, and she will do anything to protect her grandpa. She loves her grandpa to death, and it is amazing to see us watch Goku grow up from this little kid and little monkey boy in the forest to winning a tournament, to going Super Saiyan, to becoming the legend, to defeating the strongest enemy Boo, to becoming a grandpa. And we get to see Goku's and Pan's adventures through GT. And Pan would be higher on this list had she went Super Saiyan and had been more relevant in GT, because honestly she was just there just to fill a spot. Because Goten was trash, he wasn't going to do it. Gohan was a disgrace and he wasn't going to do it. Videl, no. Piccolo, we had already seen. It was nice to see something fresh with Pan in GT, because we hadn't seen a female character go along with the crew since Bulma. Since Bulma did it in Dragon Ball, and when she did it in Namek, and that was the last time we had really seen a female character do anything of relevance other than be a fucking bitch. But Pan would be behind this list had she went Super Saiyan and been more relevant. That's why she's in my number 6. Now, if you were pissed off at Hercule being number 10, just wait until you see my number 5. That's right, it's Yamcha, fight me. And I left it up there for 4 seconds longer than I have any other picture, just so you can be like, did he really pick Yamcha? Yeah, I fucking picked Yamcha. Yamcha's fucking amazing. He's better than Hercule, he's better than Bardock, better than Future Gohan, better than Krillin, better than Pan. He is number 5 for a fucking reason. Now, granted, he does get the shit into the stick in Z. Getting blown up by the Cyberman, being bait for the androids. It's sad to see what Yamcha became, because Yamcha could have been in my top 3, maybe even my top 2, had Toriyama not completely fucked the humans over. Another video. You go back to Yamcha. Honestly, if you want to think about it, aside from Bulma, Yamcha was Goku's first friend. Not Krillin, not Master Roshi, not Turtle. None of them. Yamcha was his first friend. Yeah, they fought when they first met, but so did Goku and Krillin. Krillin didn't like Goku. Yamcha didn't like Goku, but Goku liked them. And then eventually they mixed and they became friends. So Yamcha in Dragon Ball was just this desert bandit. He was just, all in it for himself, looking to get money, looking to get girl. He wanted a girlfriend, but he was way too shy. Then he met Bulma, and then he tried to with that, but that didn't work out because Vegeta got with her. But back to Yamcha. We see him in the tournament, the first tournament in Dragon Ball, and he sadly gets eliminated. And then the next tournament he comes back strong and he fights Tien and he gets destroyed and he gets his leg broken. And here's where I think a lot of people would respect Yamcha more. In the final tournament, in the first round after the preliminaries were over, it should have been Yamcha and Tien. Yamcha should have got his win. Yamcha should have got his win after they became friends in the final tournament. And then Yamcha go on to fight Goku and pull the shocker against everyone and not beat Goku, but give Goku a run for his money at the time because Goku's obviously going to go easy on him like he did Tien. Goku didn't even try against Tien. Tien had no fucking chance. There was no chance in hell Tien was going to beat him at that final tournament. So Yamcha could have took Tien's role. Yamcha could have beat Tien, go on to fight Goku. That would have been amazing. I think a lot more people like Yamcha then. But I mean, just look at him. He just looks cool. Like his Dragon Ball clothes, his desert outfit, when he's wearing the turtle hermit clothes, Yamcha's just a cool character. I don't understand why he gets such a bad rap. Well, I guess I kind of can because once again, he shows up and gets blown up by the Cybermen. But honestly, when you think about it, if that had been Krillin, his ass would have been dead. If that had been Gohan, his ass would have been dead. It just so happened to be Yamcha. Cybermen would have killed any one of them motherfuckers there except maybe Krillin. Maybe Piccolo. Maybe Piccolo would have been able to survive that blast. But Yamcha was caught off guard. Not fair. That is not fair. Because I refuse to believe, no, I don't believe that Yamcha was weaker than Raditz when they fought Nappa and Vegeta. If that Cyberman had not caught him off guard, he would have whooped his ass. But in the long run, it was better for him to die because he got to train with King Kai. And eventually beat Hercule and the rest of the Ginyu Force. So that is why Yamcha is my number 5. Now we're getting into the big 4. This is going to get really long now. Do I honestly even need to explain why Piccolo is my 4th favorite character? And why I think he is the 4th best character? Not even just an opinion, but as a fact. We see him. People say Dragon Ball Z doesn't have good character development. Oh, it's just some beat 'em up with a shit ton of filler. Okay, well, how do you explain Goku going from a little monkey boy in the forest to being a grandfather? How do you see Vegeta going from being oh, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, fuck everything else, blowing up planets like it's nothing, to being a father, settling down, and then reverting back to his old ways? And then in GT, one of my favorite lines in the entire series of Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT is when they're fighting Omega Shenron and everyone thinks Goku's dead, and Vegeta punches the wall next to him and he says, I've already seen one home planet been destroyed. I'm not about to see another. And he charges Omega Shenron. He gets hit with the Dragon Thunder. That is amazing. Because I guess they don't count Vegeta going from bad to good, to bad again, to good, being a family man as character development. And I could go on and on. But one of the best developed characters is Piccolo. Because Kid Goku fights Demon King Piccolo. When he hits him with the Dragon Fist, Demon King Piccolo spits out an egg, which is Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr. fights Goku in the tournament. He loses. Goku shows him mercy, and I think that was the first instant where Piccolo was like, maybe this bad guy shit isn't cut out for me, because Goku's just going to end up killing me anyway one of these days. So Raditz shows up, and him and Goku form the world's strongest tag team to face Raditz. And they both get their ass kicked like there's no tomorrow. And oh, excuse me, I lost my train of thought. They both get their ass kicked like there is no tomorrow. And Piccolo ends up doing his goal, what no other villain could really do willingly. And that is kill Goku. Because Goku sacrificed him. Well, I guess you could sort of consider it a sacrifice, but Vegeta never killed Goku, Frieza never killed Goku, Boo never killed Goku. I mean, Piccolo killed Goku. He achieved his goal of killing Goku, but that's besides the point. And then after Goku dies, he takes on his son. And this is one of the reasons why I do love Kid Gohan. And I almost put him as my number 10, but I just don't like Gohan enough to do that. Gohan was the first person to show Piccolo true friendship other than Goku. Goku just showed him mercy. Gohan showed him friendship. And we see those two grow up. And in every movie, Toriyama does this shit where Gohan just gets destroyed regardless of if he should or he shouldn't. And Piccolo shows up and saves him. Because Piccolo loves him like, I guess he's his own son. He was his first teacher. That's why Gohan asked before they went to the Cell Games, he wanted to wear Piccolo's clothes. Because that is his teacher and that is his best friend. And we see Piccolo, when he goes to Namek, and he sees his home world destroyed by Frieza. And he fuses with Nail. and he becomes this superpowered Namekian. And he goes and fights Frieza. And then we see him go back to Earth, and he's sort of the main protagonist now. With Goku being gone, Goku went AWOL. We don't know where Goku went. Vegeta's not completely a good guy yet. Gohan's not strong enough, so Piccolo became the main character for that year that Goku was gone. Regardless of if Vegeta was stronger, which I don't think he was, because he didn't get the Zenkai boost after Frieza killed him, because he died. He didn't recover from a near-fatal injury. He just died and got brought back to life. That doesn't count. So Piccolo was the strongest character in the series until Goku got back. Well, until Frieza showed up, then Trunks showed up, then Goku got back. But that's besides the point. And then we see him go against everything he wanted, because he hated Kami. He hated Kami, and he fused with Kami to become a Super Namek, a Super Saiyan Namek, to fight Android 17, to have one of the best fights, not only in Dragon Ball, but in anime history. Piccolo vs. Android 17 is an amazing fight. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. But if you haven't already seen the series already, you must be one of those noob anime fans. You know who you are. So, and then we see Piccolo take on more of a teacher role in the Buu Saga, which I hate. But Piccolo becomes a teacher for Goten and Trunks, teaching them fusion. Piccolo's still being relevant. You notice how the humans aren't relevant anymore, but Piccolo is, because that's how good Piccolo is. And then in GT, one of the saddest moments, the second saddest moment in that saga, is when Piccolo says, "You're Goku, you can do anything," and he gives his life to save Goku and to protect everyone else from the evil of the Black Star Dragon Balls, and Piccolo sacrifices himself. And that is why Piccolo is my fourth favorite character. The Prince of all the Saiyans. Technically, he's the king now since his father's dead. Vegeta is my third favorite character. This should come as no surprise. I haven't mentioned Vegeta yet, so it was bound to happen. Now, Vegeta may be my third favorite character in the series, but out of every anime I've ever seen, out of every character in Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, anything I've seen, I respect no one more than I respect Vegeta. Vegeta has earned it. I've already talked about him. Vegeta is a very unique character. And people like to throw out comparisons to, oh, Vegeta's like Sasuke, or Vegeta's like this, that, and the third. No, Vegeta's like no other anime character. He doesn't sit there and bitch and cry and complain about his whole race being dead, because they were weak. The strong survive. The strong keep on living. Vegeta was an elite. He kept on living. He didn't sit there and bitch and cry the entire time. Now, Vegeta, he was technically a slave to Frieza for his entire life, and we see him go to Earth, and he has this great battle with Goku, and you get that he becomes his frenemy. Goku spares him. They become frenemies. Then Vegeta takes on the main character role while Goku is training to go to Namek. Vegeta takes on that main character role, and I'm gonna quote Team 4-Star. They form Team 3-Star with with Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta. And then they go on. They fight Dodoria. They fight Zarbon. They fight Frieza. They fight the Frieza Soul. They fight everyone. They fight the Ginyu Force. Vegeta does his first Final Flash against Raccoon. It's just amazing. And then I think the first moment which really got people to love Vegeta is when Frieza killed him. He was sitting there spilling his heart out to Goku about how he'd been a slave his entire life, about how he destroyed their entire race, about how Goku was the only true pure-blooded Saiyan left, and Vegeta was sitting there dying. Goku was telling him to please be quiet, but Vegeta just had to say it. Vegeta died while he was crying in tears. No one saw that coming. From the badass character, that'd be like if, I don't even know, just like fucking Rick Ross or someone, some big tough motherfucker that you never see cry, just start crying like a little baby. Just start crying. And Vegeta did that, and I think that's the first time people really realized the true character of Vegeta. He kept all his feelings inside, always wanting to fight Goku, always wanting to do this, always being 2 steps behind. If anyone has a true reason to feel sorrow and self-loathe and all this stuff, it's Vegeta. I mean, his entire race is dead, aside from the other pure-blooded Saiyan that's alive. And, you know, there's only 2 pure-blooded Saiyans, so for the bloodline will forever be tainted until it is no more, because there are no full-blooded female Saiyans. So his race is slowly dwindling down to nothing. He gets a family. He marries Bulma, a long-time character that we've seen. We all thought she was going to marry Yamcha, but she didn't. She gave birth to their son, Trunks, which is an amazing character. Not Kid Trunks, Future Trunks. And we see him fight alongside the Z Fighters against Cell, the androids. You know, Vegeta took the main character role so many times in Dragon Ball Z. He took it when they first got to Namek. He took it when he first went Super Saiyan and Goku fell ill to the heart virus. He became the main character when they got out the time chamber. He became the main character. You know, people say Gohan became the main character after Cell died, but no. Fuck, after Goku and Cell were both killed, no, Vegeta did, because Gohan's a fucking slacker. And that's why he's not on this list, except for Future Gohan, because he's a slacker. And he doesn't deserve to be on this list. Vegeta's the true main character after that. And then Goku comes back. And they have... It's funny how they have their fight, Majin Vegeta vs. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, exactly 200 episodes after their first fight on Earth when Vegeta first showed up. And Vegeta reverts back to his evil ways because he's tired of living in the shadow. He's tired of Goku always not being there for them to fight. And Vegeta finally says, you know what, fuck it, Babidi, bring the evil out in my heart. He kills thousands of people at the tournament to get his point across, to get his fight against Goku. And you can see, even under Babidi's control, Vegeta is his own man. No one can control him aside from Baby. Different story. No one can control him. And he gives his final atonement, which is in my top DBZ moments, which I will do another video on later. His final atonement, where he says, I do this for you, Bulma, Trunks, and yes, even you, Kakarot. And he sacrifices himself, and he dies in vain, just to try and defeat this evil monster, Majin Buu. And that's... Usually when I talk to Dragon Ball Z fans, that is in their top 3 favorite moments, and I can understand why. It is an amazing moment, and it is truly Vegeta's final atonement. It is just perfect. It's just fitting. And then Vegeta comes back, and he gives the idea for the Spirit Bomb. Listen, without Vegeta, they wouldn't have beat Cell. They wouldn't have beat half these motherfuckers. Because, oh yeah, you got Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, Mr. Slacker, over there battling with Cell, who should already be dead. You know, I usually say Trunks should have been the one to beat Cell. Trunks shouldn't have died against Cell because he always got the shaft. That's another video. But I can understand why he died. Because Trunks would have just straight up done a finish buster burning attack to Cell, like Vegeta shot when Vegeta shot the Big Bang attack. It would have been over. So I understand why Trunks died. So Vegeta, my favorite moment of the entire Kamehameha battle with Cell is when Vegeta's standing there on the rock and he's just holding his fist like that. He looks down, he screams, and he goes Super Saiyan. It gives me chills every time, because then you know Vegeta, when Vegeta did that, shit was about to go down, and he shot the Big Bang attack, and he finished off Cell. He did. Without them, they all would have died. Now on the Buu, he gave the idea to use the Spirit Bomb. Goku, knowing it failed against not only Vegeta, but Frieza, Goku didn't even have that as a thought. The only other thing I think Goku would have done in that fight had Spirit Bomb not been mentioned was the Dragon Fist. Now, would that have killed him? We don't know. Maybe. That's why he used Spirit Bomb? We don't know. So, he mentions the Spirit Bomb. They do the Spirit Bomb. Vegeta fends off Buu for a minute, 2 minutes straight. He's just getting his ass kicked in left and right. Doesn't even stand a chance. And he's still doing it. And I hate that Toriyama did this. And I know he did this because he's even stated Vegeta is one of his least favorite characters. When he made Vegeta say that Goku was better than him, should have never happened. I understand it was the ending of the series, so I can understand why it happened, but it shouldn't have happened. it shouldn't have happened, because right then you knew that no matter what Vegeta did, he was never going to be equals to Goku. And he never truly was until he went Super Saiyan 4, and that's not even canon, so a lot of people don't even consider it. But going back to where I was talking about how Vegeta became the main character many times, the final episode of GT, episode 64, when Goku leaves with Shenron to go to the realm of the dragons with Shenron for 100 years, so the Dragon Ball's energy can be dark, so the negative energy in the Dragon Balls, there we go, could be dissipated and be brought back to the Earth. He looked at Vegeta and said, "They're in your hands now. They're in your hands now." That is the last thing Goku ever says to Vegeta. Vegeta again becomes the main character. He becomes the seer over everyone. He is the Super Saiyan 4. He is in that Goku role of watching over everybody. Goku's not doing it anymore. Goku's tired of that shit. Goku's leaving. Goku's gonna go rest. It's Vegeta's turn. And Vegeta did that until he died. And I could go on for another couple hours about why I love Vegeta, but I think that pretty much sums it up. And that is why he is my third favorite character. Now, we get into, if you thought that Vegeta topic was long, get ready, because these next two are going to be probably even longer. Number 2 is Trunks. Now, as 6 months ago you asked me who my 2 favorite characters were, I would say my number 1, and Trunks would be number 2, without a doubt. Now, as of late, after watching Dragon Ball Z again and finishing GT again for literally like this 8th time, 7th, 8th time literally, Vegeta almost took that second spot. But the reason I give it to Trunks is because it's hard to form into words why I give number 2 to Trunks. It's just Eric Vale does a beautiful job with his voice. Other than Sean Schimmel, Trunks, Eric Vale just does such a good voice acting job. Oh, he's among the greats with Chris Sabat, Sean Schimmel, Justin Cook, those guys. It's just crazy. And it's sort of like Goku. We saw Goku grow up and become a man. We see Trunks, and I'm not talking about kid Trunks. I'm not talking about that fucking filler garbage who never needed to happen. I'm talking about future Trunks. We see him born in this broken world, and everyone's already dead. His father's dead, and all he has is Gohan, and Gohan is slaughtered by the androids. Gohan saved him countless times, but finally Gohan's luck ran out and he died. Trunks went Super Saiyan, and Trunks became the protector of the Earth, and he went back in time as this mysterious, badass character. Oh, it took Goku, well, in the manga, Goku destroyed Frieza. He fucking raped him, but you know Funimation and their fillers. So, Goku, who had a hard time in the anime, not really a hard time, but who had a long fight with him in the anime, Trunks comes out of nowhere, kills Frieza and his father, and he's a Super Saiyan, and everyone's just like, who is this kid? And he's like, oh, he's just this badass kid. And then History Trunks comes out, and you get to see the true backstory of Trunks. Now, Trunks I respect highly. People give him a lot of shit, make fun of him for always screaming, "Father, no!" and all that stuff. But really, can you blame him? He grew up in a broken world where people died every day, and the only person he had left was his mom, because Gohan was dead. So Trunks had no one to train with. He had no one to mentor him. And he eventually became the strongest character in the show. When he went Ultra Trunks, he became the strongest character in the show. He was stronger than Goku until Goku went Ultra Saiyan. Goku went Ultra Saiyan, broken. He overshadowed his father, the great Prince Vegeta. He overshadowed him. He had an amazing fight with Cell. And if it wasn't for his huge muscles slowing him down, Trunks would have killed Cell. Now, I really wish instead of now it's going to go on a little bit of a rant, a little mini rant. Instead of having garbage Goten ever being born, should have never happened. Goten was one of the worst ideas. There's honestly no reason for him to be born. What, Gotenks? Honestly, what did Gotenks do? He got raped by Boo. Why would you introduce that character just to get raped? It's just like Oob. Why would you introduce Oob just for him to be a piece of shit? Why would you introduce Ultimate Gohan just for him to lose? Well, it's just, I don't understand. There was no point for Goten. Trunks should have came back, and he should have helped them fight Majin Buu. I think what would have been really cool is if if Trunks had already defeated Buu in his time, and he comes back, and everyone's like, oh yeah, long time no see, Trunks. And this is after Goku already goes Super Saiyan 3 and fights him and leaves and goes back to Otherworld. Vegeta's dead, Gohan's dead, Gohan is supposedly dead, so the only people who even know him there are, Bulma, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Master Roshi, those guys. And he shows up out of nowhere because they're hopeless. They have no hope. I mean, Piccolo can't do it. I don't want Goten to be there. If this was my perfect world, Goten wouldn't even be alive. You'd have Kid Trunks who can just go Super Saiyan. So what's he going to do? Trunks comes back. He goes Super Saiyan 3, and he goes fights Buu. Now, this Buu is going to be stronger in this timeline than in his timeline, because the androids were, so I'm just going to go ahead and say Buu was too. And that would be awesome to give Trunks more than a saga. And that is why the Cell Saga, and when I say Cell Saga, I'm including, the beginning parts of the Android Saga with Dr. Zero and all that, all the way up to Cell. I'm just going to call it the Cell Saga, the Android Saga. It means everything. I wish that would happen, because we got to see more of him. And that is why the Android Saga is my favorite saga, is because I feel that is the last time really everyone is relevant, and I love Trunks so much. It's really hard to put into words why I love Trunks. I feel like I can just relate to Trunks. I just feel like I can relate to him really well. And he's just a very well done character. Another character, a perfect example of why Dragon Ball Z actually does have character development. And they don't just need to get stronger. Go watch History Trunks, and if you don't cry at the end of it, then you're a heartless bastard. And that is why Trunks is my number 2. Now, this should come as no surprise to anybody who knows me. And by the way that this list has turned out, the person who I have not mentioned yet, number 1 is obviously Goku. And not for the of course your favorite character is Goku. He's the main character. Well, who the fuck am I supposed to put as my number 1? Fucking Master Mutaito? Fucking Korin? Fucking Upa? Fucking Legic from GT? Fucking No, Goku. Goku's the greatest anime character of all time. And I'm not just saying that because, he could whoop all their asses, because he could. Goku is my favorite character because I have very personal reasons to why I love him, to why I love Goku, and why he is my hero. Not just my anime hero, but who I base my morals around. And he helped me become the person I am today. And, yeah, he's a fictional character. He's not real. How could you say stuff like that? He's not even real. It was Toriyama writing it. I like to look at Dragon Ball Z as not so much as the reason this happened in Dragon Ball Z is because Toriyama did it. I like to look at it, if Goku had done this differently, then the outcome of that would have been different. I like to think of it as if it actually happened, and we can actually sit there and critique their actions and their thoughts and stuff like that. Now, back to Goku. The reason why Goku is my favorite character is because I saw this little monkey boy hit his head on a rock. He was he was an asshole. Got to see him hit his head on a rock, meet Bulma, become the world martial arts champion, his goal. He met countless friends. I see him grow up. I see him have a family. I see him get married. I see him have a child, not only one, but 2 children. He was always loving, and he was always caring, no matter what. No matter if everyone had just been slaughtered in front of him, he would still extend his hand for mercy, to give you mercy and to give you another chance no matter what. Frieza countless times gave him another chance. Vegeta gave him another chance. And had Goku not given him another chance, we wouldn't have Vegeta on this list. People who say Goku sucks and he's a bad character wouldn't have Vegeta for their favorite character. Now, I don't understand why Goku gets such a bad rap. People say he's a cliche anime character. Name another main character like him. Yusuke Urameshi's not like him. Inuyasha's not like him. Kenshin's not like him. Naruto's not like him. Luffy's not like him. Ichigo's not like him. The list goes on and on. Conan from Case Closed isn't like him. Vash from Trigun isn't like him. No one is really like Goku. Goku is the quintessential anime character when it comes to being a good guy, when it comes to being a protagonist. I don't like Superman, but I'm going to draw this comparison. Goku's the Japanese Superman. He is the end-all, be-all, would beat anyone any day of the week, with the exception of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because he's the most broken character in anything of all history. Goku's the end-all, be-all hero. He is the one people look up to. He has a statue resurrected of him at the end of the series. He never fought for personal gain other than to just get stronger. He never fought to be selfish. Goku was always a very selfless person. He was always the one to say, hey, you may be killing all these people. You need to stop. I'll give you a chance. You got one chance to stop. And if they didn't abide by that, Goku would beat them up. And then after he beat them within an inch of their life, he would extend his hand and say, please stop. You got one more chance. Get out of my face. Like when Frieza cut himself in half and Goku gave him his energy. We all thought he was going to blast him right there when he was holding his hand out. He said, why don't you go drift a while? Think about this. Think about your defeat for a while. I don't ever want to see you again. Yeah. Goku, not only is he a very nice, loving, kind-hearted person, but he can also be, I wouldn't say mean, but he can also be one of the most serious badasses of all time, like Bardock level badass, Yusuke Urameshi level badass, Inuyasha badass. Perfect example, when he first went Super Saiyan. When Goku first went Super Saiyan, that awakened the Saiyan in his heart. We had never seen Goku act like that. We had never seen we never seen him walk like that. We never seen him talk like that. We never seen him fight like that. When Goku went Super Saiyan, that developed his character even more. I don't understand why people keep saying Dragon Ball Z has underdeveloped characters. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, it doesn't have a very well thought out story. Honest, Dragon Ball does. Z doesn't. Okay, yeah. Goku learns his origin story. The Saiyan Saga is a very well thought out story. And then they go to Namek, and then it's just about getting stronger. I understand that. I can agree with you on that. That it doesn't have much reason for the story to keep going. Dr. Gero was just thrown in there, even though we never saw him in Dragon Ball. Boo was just thrown in there. Boo should have never happened. The Boo Saga's ass. It's a different video. And I know I've said a lot of negative things about Dragon Ball Z, like Gohan and all that stuff, but I'm just going to tell you right now. I mean, look at that. Dragon Ball Z, I got a blanket Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite thing ever. Game-wise, anime-wise, there is nothing that I love more than Dragon Ball Z, pretty much. Because it has helped me become the person I am today. And especially, going back to Goku, what my number one should be about. I get on that little tangent. Apologize. Now, I believe I was last talking about Goku being serious. Yeah, he can be a very serious character. He can be a very loving character. And that's what makes him great. You get the best of both worlds with Goku. Like I said with Future Gohan, he can be that serious Future Gohan character, or he can be that lovable, quote-unquote, I won't really say idiot, but he can be that lovable, gullible character. There is a quote that Bulma said that I always bring up when I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, and that is, things never feel right when Goku's not on the scene. That is the impact that Goku had on everyone. No one cared if Gohan wasn't there. No one cared if Vegeta wasn't there. No one cared if Piccolo wasn't there. No matter how strong Gohan was when he fought Cell, you gotta admit, when Goku died, it wasn't the same. Even though Goku stood no chance against Cell, it just wasn't the same not having him there. Even though we know we couldn't beat him, it was just weird. Same thing when Ultimate Gohan went to go fight Boo. It's like, yeah, Ultimate Gohan is the strongest unfused character in Z. But it just was weird because Goku wasn't there. Goku wasn't there in the fight. And that is another thing that makes Goku so great, is because no matter how strong or how weak he is or how relevant he is, it's always better when he's on the scene. And I feel Goku gets a really bad rap for that. People are always like, oh, he's way too nice. He's way too this. He's way too cliche. There is no other anime character like Goku. There is not. I challenge you, whoever watches this video, give me a strong reasoning to why why another anime character is like Goku. I promise you will not find one within reason unless you're just saying some stupid bullshit. There is no one better than Goku. I looked up to Goku growing up. I still look up to Goku. I'm 18 years old and I still look up to him. Say what you will. I don't care. Goku and Dragon Ball Z in general have just helped not only me, but a lot of other people in this world. Hell, I've met my best friends through Dragon Ball Z. Without Dragon Ball Z, I would have like 4 friends. But because of Dragon Ball Z, I have a friends list on PS3 full of people that I know and care about because of Dragon Ball Z. Because we were drawn in by whether your favorite character was Goku, whether your favorite character was Krillin, whether your favorite character was Hercule, whether it was Vegeta, no matter who it was. No matter, like, I can sit here and say Gohan's garbage all day. You can sit there and say Goku's garbage all day, because I know people love Gohan. I know many of my friends think he's the best character, and that's fine. I don't care. At the end of the day, we're all Dragon Ball fans. And that's something people don't really realize, is that, oh, your favorite character is Goku, so you're just that noob anime fan. Or your favorite character is Gohan, so you're this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, regardless of what your favorite character is, we're all Dragon Ball Z fans. And that's honestly the big picture of this whole thing. Regardless of who's in your top 10, regardless of who's in your top 10 worst, best villain, this, that, best episodes, we're all Dragon Ball fans. And that is where I'm going to end this video. This video has really gotten out of hand and being long. Their top 10 villains will come. If you have any other topics about Dragon Ball Z, give them to me. Now don't worry, this won't be a strictly Dragon Ball Z channel. I just want to go ahead and get Dragon Ball Z out of the way because there's so much to talk about. Even when I'm done with Dragon Ball Z, I won't be done with Dragon Ball Z. There's always new stuff to talk about with Dragon Ball Z. But thank you all for watching. Comment below your top 10 favorite. If you want a video response, I don't care. Like it. This is going to be one of my first videos on this channel. So please share it if you like it. Tell Dragon Ball Z fans about it. And once again, thank you for watching.